Good evening to all the friends and prospective students from across the country that's joined us for this webinar from the Faculty of Business and Economic Sciences. My name is Hendrik Lloyd, and I'm the Dean of the faculty. And it's my absolute privilege to welcome you to our Faculty Open Day webinar. During this webinar, we will introduce the various schools to you and all the different programs. So let me just give you some perspective about our faculty. Our faculty is the largest faculty within the Nelson Mandela University. We operate across 3 campuses, two of which are within the Nelson Mandela Bay and the other being at George in the Southern Cape. Our faculty consists of 5 schools, namely the business school, who will not be represented here tonight because it's a postgraduate school. The other 4 schools will be the school for a School of Accounting, that will be represented by Professor Amanda Singleton. The School for Management Sciences, that will be represented by Dr. Tony Machabahove. The School for Economics, Development and Tourism, that will be represented by Mrs. Akilefiri, and the School for Industrial Psychology and HR, that will be represented by Dr. Chantel Harris. With that said, I will introduce to you now Professor Amanda Singleton and the School of Accounting, and she will indicate to you all the different programs and departments within those schools. And in consecutive order, we will follow through with the School of Management Sciences, followed by the School of Economics, Development and Tourism. We'll end off with the School for Industrial Psychology and HR, whereafter I will come back onto the screen and we will answer your questions as you've posed them on the screen to us. So with that, Amanda, over to you.
Thank you, Hendrik. Good evening to all the colleagues and to the viewers. In the School of Accounting, we have 2 departments. Sorry, just let's get our slides going here. We have two departments that offer a full spectrum of qualifications. The higher certificate and diploma programs are offered on 2nd Avenue campus in Port Elizabeth, and our degree programs are offered on the Summerstrand South campus in Port Elizabeth and on our George campus. Now, a lot of people ask whether they need to study accounting at school to be able to take up one of the accounting qualifications, and the answer is no. Your math score will, your applicant score and your math score will determine which of the programs you qualify to register for, as shown here. One of the unique offerings that we have at the university is our BCom Accounting Science, which is a 4-year degree that enables you to major not only in accounting, but in a second major, either law, computer science and information systems, economics and business management. So it gives you some flexibility if you decide to pursue one of the other majors once you've completed your undergraduate degree. So if you don't have maths, it doesn't mean the door is closed for you. You could still do the higher certificate or diploma in accountancy with maths literacy and technical maths. If we look at what the future holds for you, all of our qualifications will lead to registration with a range of professional bodies, all of which, some are national and many are international accounting bodies that range across the disciplines of taxation. You can see there the South African Institute of Tax Practitioners, management accounting, auditing, and accounting and financial reporting. For those of you choosing to do the higher certificate in accountancy or diploma in accountancy, you can see the full range. Our postgraduate diploma in internal auditing is one of 4 programs in the country that is accredited by the Institute of Internal Auditors, which is an international body. If you choose to do our BCom General Accounting, you could find a professional registration at the end of that degree, or proceed into a postgraduate diploma, and you can see that you can then register again across all of the disciplines. ACA, and the Institute of Internal Auditors are all internationally recognized bodies. With all of these programs, in addition to your degree, you would need to do some level of practical training. Our flagship program is the BCom Accounting, which leads to registration with the as a chartered accountant. Here you would do either the 3 or 4 year degree. That would be followed by a postgraduate diploma, a 1 year qualification. Thereafter, you could start earning some money while you do a 3 year training contract. And during that period, you will write the SAICA ITC examination and the SAICA APC, two professional qualifications. Now, our programs have our 2019 class, the CTA class, scored the highest average pass rate across the country in that SAICA ITC in 2020, and Haley Ward was placed first in the country. Paris Duplessis was placed fourth in the country. Last year, we had Michael Stigger, who was placed sixth in the country. So that attests to the quality of our programs. Why study at our institution and with our accounting degrees? We place the student at the heart of what we do and surround the student with a lot of support initiatives. Our leadership development programs provide our graduates with an edge over graduates from other universities, where you get additional mentorship, leadership development opportunities, and networking opportunities. And then finally, we have a Tutuka bursary program. We were one of the first institutions to partner with SAICA. The Tutuka bursary program is a transformation initiative to transform the demographics of the CA profession, and it provides funding, social, emotional, academic, and leadership support to learners. The applications for this program close at the end of July, so if you have not applied, you're welcome to do that, and you can find the information on our marketing website. And with that, I will now hand over to Dr. Tony Mashaba-Hovey, who will explain to you what the department at the School of Management Sciences has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you very much, Prof. Singleton. Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Tony Mashaba-Hovey. As said, I'm representing the School of Management Sciences. In the School of Management Sciences, we have a wide range of programs that we offer in the various fields of management. There are 4 departments that fall under the School of Management Sciences. That is the Department of Marketing, Management Practice, Logistics, and Business Management. So I'll just unpack the offerings we have in terms of the different streams of learning that you could be interested in. If you're interested in studying marketing, we have qualifications ranging from the Diploma in Marketing, Advanced Diploma in Business Studies, majoring in streaming in marketing, or the Bachelor of Commerce in Marketing and Business Management. And career opportunities in this field could be lead you towards being a market researcher, product development, brand management, advertising, corporate communications, and all of our programs also lead you on to further postgraduate offerings, which we will not expand on today, but you can find more information on our website. If you're interested in purchasing and logistics, we have 4 qualifications, undergraduate qualifications in purchasing and logistics, the Diploma in Inventory and Stores Management, Diploma in Logistics, the BCom Logistics and Transport Economics. Logistics, I'm sure during this COVID-19 time, you've realized the importance of logistics in terms of your online ordering and purchasing and logistics. If you're interested in being part of that field, which is expanding as it stands, these are the qualifications that can assist you in succeeding in that area. Let's say you're more financially inclined, but maybe not accounting inclined. You might be interested towards studying towards management, entrepreneurship, or financial planning. We have qualifications from higher certificate level right up to postgraduate level. I'd like to highlight in particular our BCom Financial Planning program. Our BCom Financial Planning program is accredited with the Financial Planning Institute. You just heard now from Prof. Singleton talking about becoming a CA. In financial planning, we have the CFP designation, that's a Certified Financial Planner. We're one of the few institutions in South Africa to offer this qualification to get you that designation. And this would involve you studying financial planning right up until postgraduate level, where we would prepare you to be able to pass your board exams and get your year's experience. Admission requirements. For our Bachelor of Commerce programs, we're looking at an applicant score of 390 or else 370 for our extended program, and at least 50% for maths lit, for pure maths, sorry. For our diploma programs, the applicant score of 330 or more if you've got maths or technical maths, or 345 for maths literacy, and the maths requirements there as well. And for our higher certificate program, we're looking at an applicant score of 290 and or 305, depending on whether you're doing maths or maths lit. All of our programs, if you come and register with us, there are various societies and that you can join, from the Financial Planning Society, the Marketing Society, the Logistics Society. We have a lot of ties with industry, so a lot of what you'll be doing in class can be linked practically to what's happening in the world out there. So if you have any further interest or questions, please put them in the Q&A, or else you can follow up on our website as well. Allow me to hand over now to Mr. Sakile Piri from the School of Economics, Development and Tourism. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tony. Good evening, colleagues. Good evening, parents. Good evening, prospective students and other members of the wider university community. My name is Sakile Piri, and I'm from the Department of Development Studies. Today, I will be representing the School of Economics, Development and Tourism. Okay. As the name suggests, the school is made up of 3 departments, namely the Department of Economics, the Department of Development Studies, and the Department of Tourism. And I will now just talk a little bit about our school, because it's quite a unique combination of departments to make up one school, and probably one of the only in South and Southern Africa. But we feel like this combination brings together the disciplinary focus of economics, as well as the advanced disciplinary span of development studies, and of course the highly relevant and vocational programs offered by our colleagues in tourism, both at an undergraduate and a postgraduate level. Okay, I'll now look at each of the 3 departments in turn, starting with the Department of Economics, which can boast the largest economics department in the Eastern Cape. The Department of Economics at Nelson Mandela University has approximately 4,000 undergraduate students and over 150 postgraduate students across our 3 campuses. And the career fields include an economist, as the name would suggest. And given the current COVID-19 pandemic, in addition to healthcare concerns, the other major concern brought about is concerns of the impact of the pandemic on our economy, both at a local level, a provincial level, and a national level. And the Department of Economics would equip students to be able to help address some of these concerns. Other career fields includes banker, statistician, business manager, broker, tax expert, and business consultant. So the question is, how do you get to one of the various career fields? And the next infographic shows the range of programs offered by the Department of Economics, including the higher certificate, which is shown here in the orange, in blue, the diploma and advanced diploma streams shown in the blue, and the BCom stream shown in the black. Starting with the higher certificate, they offer a 1-year higher certificate in business studies, and the various requirements in terms of mathematics and mathematical literacy are shown here. They also offer advanced diplomas, extended diplomas shown here. And in terms of the BCom programs, they offer a BCom with 2 majors in economics and statistics, a new program which is a BCom in logistics and transport economics, which we're very excited about, as well as the flagship program, which is a BCom general in economics and an extended BCom General in Economics. In addition to these programs, the Department of Economics offers a full suite of postgraduate programs, including Honors in Economics and Masters of Commerce, both by coursework and by research, and of course a PhD program. I will then speak about the Department of Development Studies, which is my home department. And yeah, we're a very a leading academic department in terms of socioeconomic development in sub-Saharan Africa. The BA in Development Studies, which is our flagship undergraduate program, provides students with a deep understanding of both social and economic development issues. At a postgraduate level, we offer programs in development studies, of course, as well as maritime studies and development finance. I'll just talk a little bit about the admission requirements for the department for the BA in Development Studies, which it's worth noting is a double major in both development studies and economics. And we accept applicants who have both mathematics and maths literacy. And the various career fields include development practitioner, development analyst, community development worker, economic policy analyst, and just carrying on with relating it back to the COVID-19 pandemic, development studies graduates would be focusing on the impact that the pandemic is having on poverty levels in our country and inequality levels in our country, as well as exacerbating overall concerns around climate change. I'll then move on to talk about the Department of Tourism, which yeah, the courses offered by the tourism department cover a wide spectrum of the tourism industry, and as such provide their graduates with opportunity for employment in the various sectors of the tourism industry. This is reflected in the suite of courses that they and qualifications that they offer, which range from a diploma, an extended diploma, a Bachelor of Commerce, and a BCom extended, a Bachelor of Commerce extended in tourism management, as well as the new and very exciting BCom in hospitality management. At a postgraduate level, they offer a range of courses in tourism management, which would be a Masters of Commerce, as well as a Masters of Philosophy in Tourism Management and a Doctor of Philosophy in Tourism Management. Just to highlight some of the admission requirements, and you'll be able to find more information on our school webpage and the faculty webpage, but there are varying application requirements for the diploma, the extended diploma, and I'd like to highlight and encourage students to apply for the new BCom in hospitality management, and the application scores are shown there. The Department of Tourism also offers programs, offers qualifications in the extended program on tourism management, which is a diploma, and a Bachelor of Commerce in tourism, and the application requirements are shown there. Thank you very much. I'd like to now hand over to my colleague, Dr. Chantel Harris from the School of Industrial Psychology and Human Resources. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chantel Harris, and I am representing the School for Industrial Psychology and Human Resources. Human resource management is a really interesting topic, and it reflects on the management of people, as well as the development and application of systems and practices in order to achieve organizational objectives while working together with people to also satisfy their needs. Now, if you look at industrial psychology, it also incorporates all the elements of human resources, but together with that, it then applies the principles of psychology to business in order to help those businesses and their employees flourish. We're quickly going to move on to the slides where we are going to have a basic look at the two different departments. If you look at the programs offered, we have the Department of Human Resource Management, and in this department, you'll see that we offer the Diploma in Human Resource Management as well as the Extended Diploma. These are offered at our 2nd Avenue campuses, whereas the Department of Industrial and Organizational Psychology, their programs are offered at the South Campus, and they look at the BA Human Resource Management as well as the BCom Industrial Psychology and Human Resources. So if you look at the potential jobs and careers that a person could do in these particular fields, you could become a labor relations expert. So that means you could look at things like unions, collective bargaining, negotiations, and conflict management. You could focus on human resource management by looking at training, being a trainer and developer, recruitment, being a compensation expert, looking at compensation and rewards, and basic talent management. Further to this, you could look at becoming a career counselor. You could be an HR manager, which would incorporate a number of these elements. You could also consider becoming a consultant, and particular people who follow the industrial and organizational psychologist route tend to become consultants because it gives them a lot of freedom and flexibility. So many opportunities there to look at teamwork, to look at communication, ethics, leadership. How do we go about transforming our work? What kind of culture do we have in the workplace? You could also then become a psychometrist, and as I mentioned, an industrial and organizational psychologist. So very importantly, we have to look at some of the societies and professional bodies that we are affiliated with. We have the South African Board for People Practices, as well as the Society for Industrial and Organizational Psychology of South Africa. And both of these societies are basically looking at enhancing the HR and industrial psychology profession. So they have some wonderful benefits, and as a student, you have the opportunity to register with them. And in registering, networking, get insight into some of the programs and some of the jobs that you would do. And they often have some wonderful events that gives you
It seems like we've got a slight technical hitch there. So, Chantal, are you back on air again?
I'm back on air. Apologies for that. All right. So I think if I can just touch on the last aspect, we've mentioned the various professional bodies that we could link up with. And further to that, we have to look at the journey on the road to becoming an industrial psychologist. And that is a 6-year process where you would do your B degree in industrial psychology. You would then have to do an honors degree and a master's degree, typically a coursework master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology. After that, you would do your internship, and this internship is typically registered with the Health Professions Council of South Africa. And once you've completed your internship, you would write a board examination and then register as an industrial and organizational psychologist. So before I hand back over, for me, with industrial and organizational psychology and human resources, if you have a head for business and a heart for people, then you've probably found your home in our school, and we hope to see you there. I'm now going to hand back over to the Dean.
Thank you very much, Chantal, and to our colleagues for presenting the 4 schools that are presenting our undergraduate programs, for which, of course, you have tuned in tonight to get more information about. And with that said, let's go to our question and answer session. And I see there are already quite a few questions that has come in. And let me start off with some of the accounting questions. Amanda, if you can just listen to some of the questions to prepare some answers. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 of them. The first question is it possible to become an accountant with math literacy? That's the first question. Secondly, do you offer a program that specializes in forensic accounting? That's the second question. The third question is there a difference between the BCom accounting in PE compared to the BCom accounting at the George campus? So those 3 questions, Amanda, if you could help us with answers there.
Thank you, Dean. Yes, the maths literacy will not enable you to study towards the chartered accounting. You would be able to register for either the higher certificate or one of the diploma programs. And then depending on how you perform, you may articulate later on during your studies. We don't have a specific program for forensic accounting. If you follow the internal audit route, you may then proceed and do a specialist course post-qualification, which would, because we believe the forensic accounting or auditing is a specialization post-qualification. The BCom accounting program in George is identical to the program offered in Port Elizabeth. We work very closely with our colleagues in George, and what they do there mirrors, they write the same tests, the same examinations, the same lecture content. It's just presented by different individuals. Thank you, Mr. Dean.
Thank you, Professor Singleton. Thanks, Amanda. So I've got another question here on the screen. It says, I'm a grade 12 learner. I want to do a BCom General, preferably in business management, with business management and marketing as the majors. Unfortunately, it seems like my results are below the NMU's requirements, specifically for maths. Can you assist me with options available in terms of the majors of business management and marketing? So Tony, maybe you can help us there with an answer.
Yes, thank you, Prof. Lloyd. That's a very good question. If you are interested in marketing and studying the BCom business and marketing, but you don't necessarily meet the points as yet, there is still options for you to apply for our extended program, where the AS requirements are slightly lower. If then that level is you still don't meet that level, there is still the diploma in marketing, which could lead you to an advanced diploma in business studies, majoring in marketing, and eventually into the postgraduate BCom honors stream. But the main thing is to put in your application both for the main program and also if you don't meet the requirements, you can still be considered for the extended program and put the diploma in marketing as your second choice. That way, if marketing really is your interest, that would be the best route to go. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Dr. Machaba Hove. Then I've got a question that deals with development studies. And the question here is, I'm interested in both the spaces of economics and development, and would like to understand exactly what the studies of development study entail. Sakile, can you help us there with an answer? Just unmute, Sakile.
Thank you, Prof. The quick answer is that development studies is an interdisciplinary field that focuses on mass poverty alleviation, inequality, unemployment, and climate change at the moment. Our undergraduate degree is a double major in development studies and economics. As such, our graduates can go on to do postgraduate studies in either development studies and economics. So my biased answer to you would be to definitely do the BA in development studies, and then you'll still have the option to do honors in economics if that's what you choose. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Mr. Fury. Next question going to Chantel. The question is, I want to choose something in industrial psychology. Do I do a diploma or do I do a degree? What is the difference between the diploma and degree in your school? Chantel?
If you are wanting to do a degree or a program in industrial and organizational psychology, then you would have to either do the BA Human Resource Management or the BCom Industrial Psychology and Human Resources, because those programs are those programs are what lead to potential registration as an industrial and organizational psychologist. The diploma programs, you can do a diploma or an extended diploma, and that will lead to a human resource qualification, which if you do further studies towards your advanced diploma, there is an opportunity to articulate into a honours program at some stage, but that would then be a human resource and labour relations honours program. But to, bring it to a point, if you're looking at doing industrial and organizational psychology, the BA HRM route or the BCom industrial psychology route is the best option.
Thank you very much, Dr. Harris. Then there's a question for the accounting grouping again. The first question is, do you offer actuarial sciences, first of all? Secondly, how long does it take to become a chartered accountant, and what are the different qualification groupings that you must go through? And thirdly, what does the Tutuka program entail, and who can apply for that program? Amanda?
Thank you, Professor. Yes, so at this, we do not offer actuarial science in the Department of Accounting. The CA qualification groupings, you would either do the BCom Accounting or the BCom Accounting Sciences. Those are the 3-year and 4-year degree that I spoke about. Thereafter, you would proceed to your postgraduate diploma in accounting, which is a 1-year postgraduate diploma. So it's a minimum of 4 years of academic study, or 5 if you do the degree with 2 majors. Thereafter, you will enter into a training contract with one of the training officers. That is a 3-year training period. You will earn money while you are doing that, and during that period you would write your 2 qualifying exams. So at a minimum it will take you 7 years. As far as the Tutuka group is concerned, that program provides full funding. Part of it is a bursary, part of it is a NSFAS grant. It covers your tuition fees, your accommodation and meals, textbooks, stationery, printing costs, your living and travel allowances. You get a dedicated residence accommodation, mentoring and monitoring, and then social, emotional and leadership support. And we tend to talk about the Tutuka family. Falancha Dupriya is our Tutuka mom, who looks after all of our, we call them our Tutuka babies. Maybe you don't like being referred to as a baby. And then who may qualify? It's your African and coloured learners who meet certain criteria. All the information can be accessed on the website, at the SAICA website. And if you go to our marketing page, you will be able to find a link to be able to make those applications. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor Singleton. And the next group of questions will go to Tony. The first group of questions goes around the financial planning. Tony, can you just repeat how long it will take to become a financial planner? Are there any internships or practical work that must be done before you can become a financial planner? And then the third part of the question, or the third question, is relating to the diploma or the bachelor's in marketing. They want to know, are there any bridging courses that they can do to move from a diploma to a degree in marketing, and how does that work? Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Professor. I'll tackle the financial planning questions first. To become a certified financial planner, it's your 3 years. If you're following the BCom stream, it's your 3 years BCom degree, 1 year postgraduate diploma in financial planning. That's now 4 years. And then you would need 3 years industry experience in the financial services sector. After you've passed your postgraduate diploma in financial planning, you are eligible to write the professional competency exam, which is done through the professional body, the Financial Planning Institute. After you've passed that and completed your years of experience, you can then apply to the FPI for the designation of CFP. So you're looking at between 5 to 7 years, depending on which stream you take. If you're coming from the diploma stream, you do your diploma, your advanced diploma in business studies. From there, you can articulate to the postgraduate diploma in financial planning and follow suit with the board exam and professional competency exam and the years of experience before you can apply to be a CFP. In terms of internships offered, various companies have your positions for junior or entry-level individuals coming into the financial planning industry. You're looking at what we call your para-planning positions. That's the financial planner who's not client-facing, who works behind a senior financial planner to learn the ropes. And in the financial services sector, in the financial planning sector, there's various fields you can specialize in. So depending on whether you're going to be an expert in retirement, estate planning, tax, financial management, business financial planning, those areas will all have various opportunities available to you. To answer your second question about the diploma articulating if you want to specialize in marketing, if you're on the diploma stream, once you complete the 3-year diploma, the next step up for you would be the advanced diploma in marketing, and in business studies, majoring in marketing, and from there you would then articulate to our BCom honors postgraduate qualifications where you can specialize in marketing again. So there's various routes, but I think if you're on the diploma stream, that would be the best route for you in order to, if you've got an interest in marketing specifically. Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you, Dr. Machaba-Hove. Then, Sakile, there are some questions around tourism. And the question is, if you do a diploma in tourism, can you articulate to further studies? And what will those articulation routes entail?
Thank you, Prof. The obvious articulation route from a diploma would be to then go on to do advanced diploma or postgraduate diploma, and more information about the various requirements for those specific programs can be found on the tourism website. But the short answer is yes, you can articulate to further study from the diploma in tourism. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Firi. There's also another question here about food services management, and food services management does not fall in our faculty. In actual fact, food services management will fall within the science faculty in the School of Dietetics. However, when you do a BCom hospitality management with us, then you will, of course, do certain of those modules within the dietetics grouping, because that's part of the hospitality management range of modules that you do. Then there's a question that came through in terms of translating between a diploma and a degree, and is it allowed, and this is specifically with business management, but also between HR and industrial psychology. So let me just give it to Tony first. Tony, can you articulate or translate? In other words, what they're asking is, you start with a diploma, and then can you move on to a degree? Tony?
Thank you, Prof. If you complete your diploma and would now like to do the degree program, we can consider your application. We look at it on a case-by-case basis. However, I still believe that if you are on the diploma stream, the best route of articulation for you would be the advanced diploma route. But if your interest is to come from the diploma to the degree, we can consider you after you've completed your 3-year diploma, and we look at that on a case-by-case basis.
Thank you, Tony. Tony, while we are with you, there's another question just came in that says, I would like to do a higher certificate, which I've been accepted for, but I would eventually want to move on to diploma in inventory and stores. Is that possible, and how will it work? Tony?
100%. That is a very possible articulation route. From the higher certificate, depending on how well you do, you'll move into, you could apply for the diploma or extended diploma in inventory stores management. And from there, again, continue that program up. You can continue right up until postgraduate level. So it is definitely possible as long as you pass your higher certificate in business studies.
Thank you, Dr. Machaba Hove. And then Chantel, the question about going in with a diploma in HR and eventually being able to move to a BA/BCom in industrial psychology. Is that possible? And what are the possible options that you can recommend?
So if we look at it, if you did a diploma in human resource management, you would have to do the advanced diploma in business studies with your focus being on HR management. And then you have the opportunity to articulate into an honors program. The honors program would be labor relations and human resources. We would have to consider moving from a diploma into a degree in industrial and organizational psychology on a case-by-case basis as well.
Thank you, Chantel. Thank you, Dr. Harris. And then let me just quickly check some of the other questions that's coming in here also via email. Tony, a question for you. The BCom in logistics and tourism economics, can you give us a bit of background on that, the qualification, and what are the career prospects around that qualification? Tony?
Thank you very much. The degree BCom in economics and logistics and economics, transport tourism. This is a degree which is quite unique because it is 50% with us in management sciences and 50% with the School of Economics. So you'll have your logistics and purchasing logistics and inventory stores management modules on the one side, and you have your economic stream as your second major. From there, you can articulate into honors or postgraduate diploma in economics, or also looking at logistics. And what are the careers you have? You can move into, as I mentioned earlier, becoming a purchasing manager, inventory and supply chain management, forecasting. You can become a consultant. And as I particularly now with businesses looking to develop their supply chains and online sales deliveries, this is definitely a field that is expanding because all businesses have to have their logistics sorted and working well for the business to run efficiently. So it's definitely a very good degree if you want to have skills both in supply chain management as well as in economics.
Thank you, Dr. Machaba Hove. And then a few accounting questions. The first one there is, can I become a chartered accountant by following the general accounting stream first? And secondly, when do I choose my majors if I want to do an accounting sciences degree? Professor Singleton?
Thank you. So the BCom General Accounting stream and our BCom Accounting are very close. There are a lot of articulation opportunities between the two programs. So depending on how you perform, what your grades are, you do have the opportunity to articulate during the BCom Accounting undergraduate program. If you qualify with the BCom undergraduate accounting, you can go on and do the PG postgraduate diploma in accountancy, which is a bridging program into our CTA. So that would then just give you the three. You would basically have to do 2 years at the postgraduate level. So yes, it is possible, but it depends on your performance. We have had students who've come in and have been able to achieve that, but they are the exception to the norm. In terms of accounting sciences, you would normally choose your second major, which of the three alternatives you're going to choose when you make application. The more popular ones are, I think, which ones you choose. There was another question I saw earlier. The one you choose would depend on interest. The more popular ones are the computer science and information systems and economics, because both of those give you postgraduate options outside of the CA if you choose to specialize in all of them. But those who choose to do the law one have an edge over other graduates, certainly because in commerce and industry you will be reading a lot of contracts, etc., and so it gives you an edge from that perspective. So at the end of the day, it just depends on what your interest is.
Thank you, Professor Singleton. And then a question for Sakile. It says here, I want to enroll for a higher certificate in business studies. After I've completed that, may I apply for a BA in development studies going forward? Sakile?
Thank you, Prof. It's not a traditional route of articulation, but we have considered higher certificate and advanced diploma students for entry onto our program. So it's done on a case-by-case basis and at the discretion of the HOD, but yes, it is possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fury. And then there are some general questions here that relates to the whole aspect of recognition of qualifications and access to bursaries and specialization routes. So what I'm going to just briefly ask you to do is let's just deal with the two aspects. The first one is, what are the various specialization routes that you can have within your different BCom qualifications, if you have a BCom qualification in your school, and which of those specializations do have standing, professional standing, and then also international recognition in terms of standing. So I'm going to start with accounting, and then we're going to take it around just answering those two questions. Professor Singleton?
Apologies, Chair. I was responding to something on the email, on the WhatsApp group here, and I missed the question. So perhaps if you could get somebody else to go, and then I will catch up.
Okay, super. Then let me ask Dr. Machaba Hove to fill in.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Prof. On the programs that we have in our school, in terms of our Bachelor of Commerce programs, we have specializations in financial planning and business management. In our BCom business management, you'll take business management as a major and then a second major, whether it be economics or accounting or industrial psychology. In our BCom business and marketing management, your two majors would be business management and marketing. On our diploma streams, it depends on what stream you are following, whether you're following the diploma in marketing or logistics or management, and all of those would then have advanced diplomas as well with specific, with articulations in those areas. I think that was what you're asking for.
Yes, and then your registered qualifications,
okay.
has got international standing.
In terms of standing, all our programs are accredited with the Department of Higher Education. In terms of recognition with professional bodies, I already mentioned our financial planning program is accredited by the Financial Planning Institute. All our programs are recognized internationally. So, I mean, if you complete your BCom here and want to do something else elsewhere, it will definitely be recognized outside of the Eastern Cape in South Africa.
Tony, while I've got you there, there's another question that just came in. How long does it take to complete my BCom business management qualification?
Your BCom business management qualification is a 3-year qualification. If you're on the BCom extended business management, that is a 4-year qualification full-time. And then if you continue on to postgraduate studies, honors or postgrad diploma would be an extra year. So 3 years if it's the main, or 4 years if it's the extended program.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Machaba Hove. And then the same questions, the same two questions to you, Sakile.
Thank you, Prof. For the Department of Economics, the BCom stream specializations are BCom Economics and Statistics, which, as the name suggests, is a double major in economics and statistics. There's the BCom in Logistics and Transport Economics, which is the newest offering from the Department of Economics. And of course, there is the BCom General, just in economics, which is also offered via the extended program. In the Department of Tourism, they have a BCom in tourism management and the newest offering, which is the BCom in hospitality management that I spoke of earlier. In terms of development studies, the specialization generally happens at a postgraduate level, which is when students would choose to articulate to honors in development studies, economics, or do postgrad in maritime studies. And similar to Tony, to what Dr. Machaba Hope said, we've had our students leave our department and go on to study elsewhere in South Africa and internationally. And our degree has been recognized everywhere from the US to the UK. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Firi. And then Chantel from your school side.
So we obviously have our 2 degree programs, our BA HRM and our BCom Industrial and Organizational Psychology. There are some other majors with that. You can do business management. I think a lot of people do some accounting and economics as well as some of their majors. For our BA, there are obviously some of the BA majors which they would do, such as sociology. That said, our programs are also recognized. We have students who go on, I mean, obviously it becomes a little bit more professional when you move into your honors degree and then your master's degree, when you can really join the profession as an industrial and organizational psychologist. And our students have gone on to study masters and doctorates across the world.
Great, thank you, Dr. Harris. And then Professor Singleton from the accounting side.
Thank you, Dean. I've now caught up, so apologies for that. Yes, so our BCom, we have the BCom General Accounting, which also is a 3-year degree. We have the extended accounting in BCom General as well, which is a 4-year program. We have the BCom Accounting, which leads to the CA qualification, and then we have the BCom Accounting Sciences, which is a major in accounting together with either law, economics, business management, or computer and information systems. In all of those BComs, you effectively, accounting is the major, but you cover the 4 discipline areas: auditing, taxation, management accounting, and then, as I said, auditing. And post-qualification, you would go on and you could choose to specialize in any one of those 4 areas. And that would give you the opportunity for careers in the private or public sectors. All of our programs are accredited by the professional bodies, as I indicated on the slides, and are equivalent. In other words, if we recognize credits from other universities, I think our programs are also recognized by other institutions. If you'd like to study further, then we also offer a coursework master's in taxation. And then, of course, you can do the more academic qualifications, a research master's or a PhD, as opposed to those with more of a professional focus. So in short, all of our programs have a professional orientation in leading to a specialization in post-qualification in one of those 4 areas that I mentioned.
Right, thank you. And while I've got you there, Professor Singleton, just a very short synopsis, maybe each school a 1-minute synopsis in terms of what are the extracurricular, extramural activities that and societies that are active within your schools. Like, for example, within accounting, you've got Pinnacle. There are other societies that are also active, and the student life in general that you promote in your schools. So starting with you, Amanda.
Yes, so our 2 leadership programs, the Pinnacle Leadership Program, the High Achievers on 2nd Avenue, are all involved with networking activities. They get involved with social responsibility projects. We have competitions that students can participate in. We've had students who've been on international exchange programs. We assist them in their applications and mentor and guide them in that process. Our Tutuka program is, as I said, a big family. We have the ABASA student body group, and I forget some of the other student bodies, but we do have a rich student life on campus, and a number of other things, but I think I've taken up my minute. I'll give my colleagues an opportunity to add some.
Thank you. And then Chantel, let's go to you and hear about your societies and student life. Chantel.
All right, so in our school, we have the Society for Industrial and Organizational Psychology, and often what those groups of students will do or members will do is they will meet once a term and they will bring in a speaker from industry or an academic to offer some insight, and they really are there to support other students. Students also have the opportunity to visit the HR Forum. This is a forum within Nelson Mandela Bay, and they have some really wonderful opportunities where you get to listen to wonderful speakers and have networking opportunities. You'll see in a lot of our lectures, we bring speakers in from industry to share what it, a day in the life of a human resource manager or an industrial and organizational psychologist. We have engagement opportunities where students, and this is potentially more at postgrad, but they're given the opportunity to go engage with communities. So for example, going into a underprivileged school and assisting students in terms of their career choices. So our students are then given the opportunity to practically apply what they're learning in class. Thank you.
Thank you. And then Tony, from your side and your school.
Thank you very much, Prof. Student life is very important. It's not only just about academics that we've been discussing. We also have a few societies linked to the activities in our school. We have the Financial Planning Society linked obviously for financial planning students and actually students in general who are interested in knowing about financial planning and linking up with financial planning professionals, learning about the field. We have the Marketing Society, again, who interact with many projects linked to the marketing field, as well as the Logistics Society. We're also affiliated with the Enactus Society. You might be familiar with Enactus, as it's well known across the country. And our Enactus Society has a number of entrepreneurship initiatives that students are participating in, so you can grow your entrepreneurial spirit within that society. And we also have our High Achievers program for our diploma students, both on 2nd Avenue and George campus. Those are students who perform well, and they will have the opportunity to network as well as be rewarded and recognized for their high achievement within the school. That's just to mention a few.
Thank you, Tony. And then Sakile, in your school.
Thank you, Prof. Each of the respective departments has their own school societies, and I'll talk a little bit about the Development Studies Student Society, which is a great organization that is very much student-led and really reflects the discipline, because even within this society, there are streams of programs and initiatives that the students have come up with. So there's a tutoring scheme that's led, there's a sports and development scheme, and another thing that we do in conjunction with the society is where academics have specific research projects that students can volunteer on or earn extra money on, we make that available. And at a postgraduate level, which I would like all our undergrads to aspire to, we have a school awards ceremony for research, and that's presented to all postgrad students in our school. So yeah, lots of overlap in the school, and each department has societies that all do work and engagement that reflects their discipline. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sakile. So, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody that tuned in tonight to our webinar, that is kind of the end of the webinar. You can link up to our faculty website and to the site business.mandela.ac.za, where you can find more information on what has been discussed tonight. You will also be able to see the recording of this event tomorrow, and will also be able to look at some of the slides in greater detail that has been presented. You can then, of course, also send particular questions via email to the contact persons per the schools and departments. They are all hyperlinked from that site, and then you can engage more directly with the individual lecturers, even if you need very specific information. And we want to please invite you to do that and to gain as much information as you can about the course, the program that you are interested in, so you can really make an informed decision. So allow me then also just to say thank you so much to my colleagues, Professor Amanda Singleton from the School of Accounting, Dr. Chantel Harris from the School of Industrial Psychology and Human Resources, Mr. Sakile Firi from the School of Economics, Development and Tourism, and Dr. Tony Machaba-Hove from the School of Management Sciences. And of course, let's not forget all the behind-the-scenes colleagues that made this webinar possible tonight. Thank you for all your hard work, your kind support, and your dedication to this. We thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see each and every one of you in person one day, sitting in the first year classes and experiencing the wonderful and warm-hearted feeling that you'll get by being part of the Faculty of Business and Economic Sciences at Nelson Mandela University. Thank you and have a good evening.